Good compañeros, estamos en Genshin Impact. Tenemos una tercera misión, ¿vale? Me hicieron la 13-14. Según parece, hay una misión más al final que aparece cuando terminas esta de aquí, ¿vale? Cuando terminas el tintineo de la noche, aparece otra misión, ¿vale? Otra misión extra que forma parte de todo esto del festival, ¿no? Así que vamos a ver qué tal. Me imagino que esto va a ser una misión súper cortísima de 10 minutos, ¿vale? 10 minutos si tal, si llega. Pero bueno, a ver, a las 19 tengo que esperar. Ah, del día siguiente. No lo hago a propósito, ¿vale? O sea, yo de verdad... Yo de verdad intento hacerlo bien a la primera, ¿vale? Pero es que no me da la cabeza, no es culpa mía, es culpa de la sociedad que tiene unas esperanzas muy grandes puestas en mis capacidades de deducción, entendimiento y comprensión y tal, ¿vale? Que son exactamente la misma cosa. Pero bueno, eso, me puedo quejar de tres al mismo tiempo quejándome de una. A ver. Ah, vale, aquí vamos a cenar todos juntitos. Hostia, este es el que... Ah, no. No, aquí hemos entrado ya a comer alguna vez. Es que me acuerdo de que había un sitio que no paraban de decirnos que no podíamos entrar, no sé qué, porque había unos maromos en la puerta, pero no, creo que aquí ya hemos comido en varias misiones. Creo. Sí. ¿Qué te ha dicho? ¿Qué te ha contado? Para cocinar, supongo, igual. Igual los bambúes esos chulos. ¿Los va a cocinar ella también?
I've long
Vaya.
heard that your knowledge encompasses all things old and new, Mr. Zhongli. But
Sí,
I never knew that you were well versed in the art of cooking, too.
claro, en
It is
todo.
truly an honor to make your acquaintance.
No need for formalities. I too feel humbled to be in the company of such talented young people. There are many things I could learn from you.
Oh, you flatter us. If it's possible, may I trouble you to provide a few words of guidance for my practices in exorcism?
¿Por qué cree que sabe sobre exorcismo? A ver, que probablemente sepa,
I
pero...
can't say I'm an expert in the field, but if you don't mind, we could start by discussing.
Oh, hemos cortado el rollo. Le hemos cortado el rollo. Cuanto más mejor, algo así era siempre. ¡Feliz rito de la linterna! ¡Feliz Navidad!
Likewise. Please take a seat.
Vale. Esto es muy incómodo. Ha intentado poner la voz de Paimon, ¿verdad? Es cosa mía o ha intentado poner la voz de Paimon. Tengo la sensación de que ha intentado imitar a Paimon. Happy Lantern Day. Está resultando muy enriquecedor. Sí, estoy culturizándome sobre música. Culturizando. Vale, sí. A ver, es que han hecho un mixer de rapeo también.
And they asked us to pass on their season's greetings to everyone. They hope we'll have a wonderful gathering.
The performance
¿Cómo es que no
was
viene?
spectacular indeed. However, it gave Xiangling a huge burst of inspiration, which in turn gave us a bit of a headache.
Us? Did Xiangling ask you to try out her dishes too?
That, my friend, is beside the point. Watching you eat was enough for me.
O sea, no.
Think
Está
of
diciendo
it.
no.
I probably shouldn't have burdened Chongyun with eating my share too.
Pobrecilla.
Came up with a new recipe? Let Paimon try! See, someone here knows how to encourage people.
A ver, a ella le vale cualquier cosa, no es lo mismo.
Oh, and I have to thank Mr. Zhongli too. He gave me lots of useful pointers that really drove it home for me. Oh, so that's what you were talking about before we arrived.
Es muy monopensamiento esta mujer,
Since we'll be dining together, the topic of our conversation naturally revolved around cooking. Xiangling's ideas are truly unconventional. Her choices in both ingredients and spices are comparable to a melody dancing on the tongue. My suggestions were nothing more than the icing on the cake.
Oh, the two of you always deliver. Now I'm getting embarrassed.
¿Por qué?
Anyway,
Creo que esto ha pasado múltiples veces ya.
after I've adjusted the recipe based on Mr. Zhongli's advice.
That sounds like it might become a little safer to eat.
How about I sample the dishes next time?
Más seguro.
Speaking of eating,
Pero es que no estaba bueno, pero si la gracia de Xianlin era que cualquier cosa que hacía sabía bien, ¿no? O algo así.
the one who invited us, but she's not here. And where's Guoba? Oh, Guoba volunteered to help Dad at the restaurant.
Oh, no se viene.
People come over to eat during Lantern Rite. Without Guoba helping out, I probably wouldn't have had.
Por cierto, nos ha invitado Jutao y no se la ve por ningún lado, ¿eh? Eso rima también.
The director went to collect a guest. She asked me to stay here and host you for the time being.
Ah,
Seems like it's almost time.
Huh? Hutao went to fetch someone in person? Oh, that must mean they are super important. Could it be Kuching? Ningguang? Or
la pájara.
Captain Beto?
She didn't clarify. And as her subordinate, I couldn't just pry into the details, could I?
Oh. Joder, has venido reventando la puerta, ¿no? ¿Qué coño?
We're here.
Hola.
Oh, we're not late to the party, right? Right?
Sí.
Good thing the conqueror of demons
¡Oh!
is the wind, and whoosh, we made it just in time.
Eso no me lo esperaba, ¿ves? Eso está bien. Que se venga de vez en cuando está guay. Exclamaciones. Oh.
I see. So the important guest is the conqueror of demons.
Ahora tienen que hacer el paripe.
Forward to meeting you. The director didn't mention anything when she invited us. What a pleasant surprise.
Dice, papi, he venido a comer.
Are not only young and accomplished individuals, but also the protector of Leo's peace, Adeptus Alatus. To convene here with all of you is indeed a great honor.
No sabe qué decir, no sabe cómo hacer el paripe. Pobrecillo.
It's almost Lantern Rite, yet you took all the trouble coming here.
The director has a way of making it difficult to decline.
Rex
Es muy
Lapis,
pesado, sí.
may I ask what troubles you?
The
¿Quiere venir a
director
comer?
asked me to buy sesame oil in preparation for the celebrations.
Then why would you come all the way to Wangshu Inn?
I had a pleasant chat with Chef Xiao and received some spices from him. And, see? Here's some matsutake and a portion of ham.
What about the sesame oil?
It's a shame. I couldn't find the kind the director was looking for.
El tipo. El aceite de sésamo tiene varios tipos.
I'm sure you're exaggerating, Zhang. Sir.
There he goes again. Enough with the pleasantries. Go let our guests take a seat.
No sé qué tipo de información tiene Jutao, ¿vale? O sea, no sé qué sabe. Pero dudo que sepa.
So there's no need to be this formal. I heard that the conqueror of demons and the traveler are pretty close, no?
Sí, somos amigos desde hace mucho.
Great. You two sit together.
Bien.
You should take a seat too, director.
Oh, finally remembered me. When we arrived just now, the host at Shinue Kiosk told me our dishes are almost ready. Perfect timing. Let's not wait any longer and ask them to bring out the food.
Pero si ya está la comida en medio de la mesa, ¿qué coño? ¿Cómo que...? What? Está un poquito ciega, ¿no? Ah, ahora hay más comida.
Oh, that's also the first I've heard of the Traveler and Paimon being friends with the Conqueror of Demons.
Sí, nos has hablado muchas veces.
Knowing is a bit of an overstatement. I've always looked up to him.
Fanboy.
You might not know this, Paimon,
Perdón.
but we exorcists have worked in close collaboration with the Conqueror of Demons for many generations, dispelling evil together, both in the open and from the shadows. Hard to imagine that thanks to Hutao, I've finally gotten the chance to meet him.
No se va a poner
Conqueror of
nervioso y
Demons,
necesita
I'm honored to make your acquaintance.
un heladito.
Likewise.
Ah, mira qué
It is a
contento.
great honor indeed to have a chance to meet the legendary Conqueror of Demons. Changyun has brought that name up quite a few times in the past. I remember you mentioning wanting him to understand the importance of exorcists.
Ahem.
We know each other too.
Se conoce a todo el mundo,
You
¿no?
helped try my dishes during the Masterful Chef's cook-off. I didn't think we'd have the chance to
Sinceramente no me
meet again.
acuerdo de eso.
Happy Lantern Rite.
No anecdote, however, compares to meeting you in person. I'm Xingqiu, Shangling and Changyun's friend. The pleasure is all mine.
Whoa. Everyone's getting all formal and polite all of a sudden.
Venga, aquí para
Paimon
romper el
doesn't know
hielo.
what she should say anymore.
Hola, por ejemplo.
Adeptus Xiao, mighty conqueror of demons. Please accept Paimon's greetings too. Belated Happy Lantern Rite.
Como que con antelación acaba de terminar, colega.
Paimon tried very hard to look for a fancy word, okay? Don't be too harsh on Paimon.
There's no need to be so polite.
Falta uno, ¿no?
You're right. This was meant to be a nice little get-together between friends after all.
Falta una persona, ¿no?
Formality kills the atmosphere. I didn't plan this gathering only for everyone to walk on eggshells. Hiya.
What's your true intention then?
A little get-together between friends, sipping the finest tea and watching lanterns float into the sky.
Nos va a intentar vender una
bidding
tumba.
farewell to the past,
Bueno, un
and
funeral.
embracing the present with joy. And that is something our consultant would say. I think it deserves a standing ovation.
Indeed. Exceptional acting skills, Director.
As for me, I'm just here to have fun and treat everyone to something
Nos va a
good.
intentar vender algo,
We all
¿verdad?
worked really hard this year. Whether
Un
traveling or
sarcófago o
guiding,
alguna mierda.
cooking, helping with the family business, exorcising evil spirits, or conquering demons. And of course, our consultant, who's been helping out at the parlor every now and then. Everyone has done some pretty amazing things. As the one who brought everyone together, it goes without saying that I'm the one most deserving of praise.
Bueno, supongo.
Sounds kind of self-important, but Paimon thinks it's pretty amazing that she managed to talk Xiao into coming. He rarely ever enters Liyue Harbor after all.
Siento curiosidad por saber cómo lo consiguió. Tengo la sensación de que Zhongli ha jugado un papel
It
importante en
wasn't as
esto.
complicated as you think.
Hace poco. Otra vez en la posada.
Okay, gotcha. Thanks, boss lady.
It's not boss lady, just boss. And there she goes. What a lively girl.
Sí.
Conqueror of demons, Adeptus Xiao. Guardian of Wangshu Inn, hero of Dihua Marsh. I know you're there.
Qué creepy. Todos hacen ch.
Do not disturb the peace.
Sorry, but you wouldn't show up if I didn't yell your name, would you?
Ah, sí funciona, es como
I know
Jumanji.
you. You're the 77th director of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Is there something you need?
A ver, es la jefa de tu papi, tendrías que guardarle un cierto respeto, supongo. Que ella no lo sabe, pero...
That does sound like one of Hu Tao's antics.
Did the Conqueror of Demons agree to come so that Hu Tao would stop pestering him?
There might be other reasons.
Smart guess.
Huh? There's more to it?
It gets pretty boring from here on. I talked about the
¿Más?
funeral parlor's past relationships with the guardian yakshas. You know, just to be sociable.
In the time of the Archon War, disputes were frequent, and disaster overtook the land. Humans couldn't escape from the torment of the plague, nor could they escape.
Zhongli, se te está jodiendo el papel,
The Adepti vanquished the demons. The Millelith fought valiantly, and Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was responsible for purifying the diseased and sending off the spirits of the dead. That is how the border between life and death was maintained during the war. And it effectively prevented further incidents from happening.
That's right. 1 point for the consultant. But despite our deep-rooted connection, it still took me quite a while to actually convince him.
Puede ser que estuviera preocupado por su karma.
You know him pretty well, huh?
Ya ves, somos
This
súper
matter
íntimos.
is out of my control, so I need to be cautious.
True, but I've kept that in mind too. That's why everyone here today is in one way or another acquainted with elemental power. Besides, it'll only be for a short while as we dine together.
Bueno, pero falta uno. ¿Dónde está que falta? ¿Cuándo viene?
But I didn't expect there to be so many people.
There's no need to worry, Conqueror of Demons. We're not feeling anything unusual so far. Our young exorcist over here is protected by his pure yang energy, so he's probably the most resilient.
Ah, sí, pensaba que era al contrario.
That's not the same.
No tiene nada que ver con eso. No, no, no. Creo que lo entendía completamente al contrario.
Hey, don't look away.
Huh? What?
I'm siding with Chongyun. I saw that too. You're lucky Guoba isn't here today. He hates seeing people being picky with their food. If he'd seen that, he'd definitely make you eat all your carrots.
Huh? Guoba would do that? Is he that uncompromising? But now that I think of it, Xianglin told me that Guoba used to be the stove god.
It sounds like you've heard the rumors.
Esto es del anterior rito, creo. Bueno, anterior rito, es que no sé si era durante el rito también lo de cocinar de Xianglin, pero bueno. ¿Estás bien? Hoy hablas todavía menos de lo normal. Diría que habla considerablemente más que de costumbre, pero está bien. Quizá con menos agresividad, eso sí. No estás acostumbrado a tener tanta gente a tu alrededor.
Fine. Not long ago, before Lantern Rite, I met an old friend. Thanks to his help, things have been a lot more stable than before.
Me alegro lo que no te quieras comer, puedes dárselo a Paimon.
Wait, what?
Como el perro, o algo así. ¿Qué es ese ruido? Un gilichuro, había sido el viento. Pone ZZZ.
Seeds of story, brought by the wind.
And cultivated by time. Did Paima just unconsciously complete that saying? That
¿Por qué?
voice. Could it be?
¿Quién es? Pero era la voz de Chinchu, ¿no? Seguro que es puntos suspensivos. Es puntos suspensivos, el famoso punto suspensivo.
If I'm not mistaken, there's someone knocking at the door.
Venga, aquí viene el último que
Just sit
falta.
there, Zhongli. Go welcome our guest in.
No such need. I'm coming in.
Ah, es Xiao. ¡Ah! No es Xiao, es Venti, coño, vale.
No matter if we've met before or not, this moment marks a brand new
Vale, Jutao sabe algo.
friends and new. Happy Lantern Rite.
Jutao sabe su mierda. Jutao sabe su mierda. ¡Mira al fanboy!
He seems to carry a valiant breeze wherever he goes. It looks like we're gonna be friends.
Xiao es fanboy de Venti. Creo que le salvó alguna mierda de
And be my guest.
morir por el karma o no sé qué por escuchar su música.
I'll ask them for another set of cutlery.
Resumencito.
This young lady here is as bright as a fresh bouquet of flowers in the morning's rising sun. She no doubt is the one with the most authority here. Whoa, these dishes look amazing. Is it really okay for me to join in? All right.
Estaba ya preparada la silla. No ha sido nada obvio.
Oh, isn't this Genu?
Ah, porque este escribe cosas.
Can you?
Venti, vas a revelar el nombre en pluma. Mal.
Yep. Now that I've taken a closer look, you're a fan of Genu's work.
¿Cuánta referencia a
I met St.
eventos
Chota like novel
antiguos, no?
Ah, how I wish we'd met sooner. I never expected that there'd be another person in this world who could interpret Genu's new novel as thoroughly as I could.
Venti, you're being too humble. Considering your poetic talent, your fundamentals are way more impressive.
Could this new guest be Master Xingqiu's friend?
También es conocido de Xiao, también es viejo amigo mío.
Yes. Monsters become more active than usual as we get closer to Lantern Rite. I was patrolling Dihua Marsh a few days ago when I happened to run into this
You've already forgotten? I'm a bard, remember? And bards go around singing wherever they like.
Oh, right. And this bard was performing in Dihua Marsh. It was a moving melody, and it made me feel relaxed and at ease. I couldn't help but stay and listen.
¡Mira el fanboy!
For your patronage.
Entiendo, es difícil resistirse a las canciones de Venti.
I understand now too.
Él no lo sabía,
I'm
Zombie no lo
Xiao,
sabía.
currently working at the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. It's a pleasure to meet you, new friend.
And I'm his boss. Oh, and if there's anything unsatisfactory, let me know anytime.
That's very considerate of you.
Jutao sabe algo. Ja puta.
No wonder.
Te entera de todo
Only a
siempre.
boss as savvy and reliable as you would be able to hire such an
Es muy incómodo la forma en la que hablan esta gente de forma indirecta, ¿eh?
Not to brag, but our consultant truly is impressive. His knowledge extends across the stars and the land, and there's nothing throughout history that he doesn't know. From the sophisticated way he speaks, it's hard not to suspect that he could very well be an adeptus in disguise.
No, que va. Puntos suspensivos.
Xiao, you're an adeptus. Do you think it might be possible?
Sorry. I'm only good at conquering demons. I'm afraid I don't have much knowledge in that matter.
Vaya excusa de mierda. Paimon, por favor, no estás ayudando.
But Paimon thinks you're super knowledgeable.
Paimon, síguele el juego. Esta es nuestra forma de telepatía. Síguele el juego. A ver, es posible que estemos intentando hacerle una encerrona a nosotros también, ¿vale? A mí me haría mucha gracia. Estamos entre colegas y tal. Es una fiesta cerrada. No creo que hubiese mucho problema en darle luz a esto. Pero, yo qué sé, mejor ver al pobrecillo ahí súper incómodo. No sale nunca. No sale nunca y para una vez que sale y hace una encerrona como esta entre su papi, dos chavales que apenas conoce de nada y el dios al que venera o no sé qué mierda.
Right. Xiao's a warrior. He doesn't come to the city very often, so it's pretty normal for him to not know anything.
De alguna forma cuando lo dice ella es como mucho más insultante.
Really? I've actually heard a few things about Mr. Zhongli before. The guests in the tavern talked about this refined and courteous man who, instead of having wine at Mondstadt's finest tavern, ordered a cup of hot tea with the most complex name.
Now that you mention it, I seem to recall that there indeed is a musician.
Esto creo que es durante el evento en el que éramos un
I've
bartender.
heard that he's elegant and amiable, his works witty and vibrant. It's no overstatement to regard him as the best bard in Mondstadt.
Ah, ahí echándose flores el uno al otro.
Embarrassed. I would say that Mondstadt's poetry is a little run-of-the-mill sometimes. There's one I heard a while back that went, "The old house is renewed, welcoming the spring breeze, awakening old memories." The meaning's there, but the word choices are unimaginative, and there's a distinct lack of literary flair.
I think so too. The composition needs a little jazzing up.
Como por
If
ejemplo...
I were to give it a go, I'd make it
A ver, venga,
an
cuenta.
old melon on a vine, a new flower that grows fine.
Oh, good one! It feels unique and has a nice ring to it.
Jutao rapera, ya
You
sabéis.
have great taste, Venti. I was right about you. Let's shake hands.
Qué miedo da eso.
Of course.
Hey, Shincho. Mind lending me a few books when we get back? Pick out some well-written ones. Don't know if it's my own lack of literary knowledge, but I couldn't tell the difference between those two.
I don't think it's your fault.
Chongyun's right. It's not our fault.
No. Paimon, esos dos pueden servirte de inspiración para tus apodos raros.
Oh, you have a point. But speaking of, why is the tone deaf bard here? Are you here to take part in Lantern Rite too?
A ver, alguien le pidió
I heard
indicaciones
that
y sintió
Liyue
ganas
will
de
be
venir,
hosting a
¿no?
Lantern Rite Music Festival this year. As a musician myself, how could I possibly resist the temptation to come take a look? Or listen. Getting to know other musical styles is essential to sparking inspiration, don't you think?
Pero la organización del concierto no se decidió hasta el último momento. A ver, él trajo al organizador del concierto.
As for the Fontaine friend who hosted the festival, I saw him near Stone Gate the other day. The Iridescence tour has finally been held successfully for once, so I had to congratulate him.
Seguro que él también se siente muy agradecido. Al viento, sí, le agradece. Bueno, y a... Supongo que la vieja que le estafó, supongo.
Don't think anything of it. By the way, I was watching as you entered Shinyue Kiosk, but no one seemed to notice me.
Bueno, supongo que igual lo hizo él
Because I'm an
directamente, ¿no?
expert in hiding, or that a certain someone deliberately ignored the sound of the wind.
Whenever Lantern Rite comes around, Liyue Harbor becomes bustling with activity. People are all busy watching the lanterns and strolling around the shops, and they might just go travel somewhere on a whim. It is rather difficult to predict another's whereabouts. The festival is in full swing and proceeding smoothly, and we're all gathered here with friends, new and old. This is no doubt a wonderful occasion worth
Están como muy fuera de sitio
To
los tres
come
de la de
together with
izquierda.
all of you at the beginning of the year, one can't help but be filled with joy. In a moment like this, I propose we raise a glass together. In my case, tea in lieu of wine.
Very well said, Mr. Zhongli. That was exactly what I wanted to say.
Pero sí, la parte del té.
Self-conscious. I didn't cause you too much trouble barging in like that, did I?
Nah, está bien.
We usually drink wine during occasions like this over in Mondstadt, but since Mr. Zhongli insists on drinking tea, I'll give a toast with tea too.
Té con tequila, si puede ser, me
Everyone,
imagino.
thanks for the treat.
You're welcome. As the host of this gathering, I hope everyone enjoys the food and drinks. May this year be better than the last. Considering that everyone may have other matters to attend to later, sticking to tea seems like a good idea.
All of a sudden, they started proposing toasts. Should we?
Xiao.
What's with the urgency?
¿Te comiste? ¿Te apetece salir a dar un paseo? Estoy lleno, ¿vienes conmigo a caminar un poco?
Sure.
Se está poniendo muy nervioso.
Have you two finished eating? It's always nice to have a breath of fresh air after a meal. Helps with digestion.
Paimon will come too.
¿Te has quedado con hambre, no? No, vamos a ir solitos, ¿no?
Yeah?
Volvemos enseguida, no pasa nada,
Okay
venga.
then. Don't forget to come back.
Venga. A ver, sal del kiosco.
Let's depart.
Venga. A ver, me vas a contar qué es lo que estás pensando, ¿no? Cuéntame.
Are you all right?
Esa pregunta debería hacértela yo a ti. Sí, precisamente.
It's hard to describe.
Nunca fuiste a un encuentro como este.
It's not that. There were those among the Adepti who loved gatherings and idle chit-chat. Sometimes they would call up a few others for a drink. Even I got dragged along to their gatherings.
A ver, ha habido
Times. The
muchas
Adepti all have
indirectas.
their specialties, making most of them proud and arrogant. Everything they say is straight from the heart. It never gets too complicated.
Aquí ha habido demasiada indirecta, lo pillo.
This time,
Ay, ya veo, es todo culpa de Zong, es todo culpa de Venti.
no. I didn't mean that. So you know his true identity. I'll get straight to the point then. The Animo Archon is a free spirit, and his temperament is as carefree as the music he plays on the flute. It's easy for a god like him to live in harmony with humans, and that's something I might never be able to do.
No tienes que compararte con los demás, tú tienes que ser tú mismo, nadie más.
That does sound like something you would say. No matter. I know my circumstances. Whenever I think of the ordinary conversations I've had with you, it feels strangely novel.
¿Debería tomármelo como un cumplido? Creo que... No. O sea, creo que debería dar pena, supongo. Pero, bueno, vamos a intentar tomármelo.
Yes.
Venga, sí.
The parlor director went out of her way with the invitation, so it was difficult to turn her down. I had made mental preparations before agreeing to come. She told me that all the guests today would be acquainted with elemental power, and I knew that you would be here.
Oh, ha venido por
But I
mí.
didn't expect the other guests to be...
¿Dioses? Nadie lo habría imaginado.
General Capices always said that we should live in the present and enjoy every pleasant surprise. Perhaps that's what I should do with what I'm feeling now. But I think he meant designing clothes for those around him. Clothes were intricately designed, but inconvenient to wear. Brother Bosacius never tried to hide his distaste in front of him. Rex Lapis did like his designs and even collected quite a few. The outfit he wears now was also designed by General Capices himself.
No me parece que un traje sea
I never
difícil
saw
de
him
llevar.
wear this during the war. I didn't expect him to start wearing it later.
Oh, here you are.
Oh,
I'm not intruding, right?
un poco, la verdad.
You're not. What is it?
Hu Tao saw that everyone's done eating and asked the staff to bring out the desserts.
Yo quiero helado.
Paimon got so anxious that you weren't back yet that she scarfed down her dessert without the usual slurping and munching.
Pero no tan preocupada como para no comer. Eso es buena señal, sí.
To be honest, I was kind of worried too. You looked a little restless just now, and I thought you weren't used to the food here and was planning to head back to Wangshu Inn for something Xiao made.
No, eso es. Solo cocina, o sea, solo come lo que cocina el otro. No lances tu ciclón de viento lemniscatic, Dios mío, ahora. Ok.
Why would I? Anyway, let's head back.
Eso es la elemental, creo.
There's another reason why I came looking for you. Here, take these. I brought them for you.
Un helado.
Tofu.
Tofu, ah, sí. Vale, su favorito.
Since the Masterful Chefs competition, you could say that Xiao and I are not only competitors, but good friends as well. I visit him at Wangshu Inn sometimes to discuss our cooking. I heard him say that the esteemed guest on the roof loves nothing more than a good plate of almond tofu, so I learned a thing or two about the dish from him. I'll be honest, before Hu Tao invited everyone, she secretly came looking for me, told me about the guests she planned to invite, and asked me for some suggestions on what she should order.
Oh, entonces para ella no era
I
spoiler.
served some
Vaya.
almond tofu for you guys in advance. Take them as a token of gratitude for your support. When I told Guoba that I was making these for you, he started eagerly running around the kitchen and helping a lot too.
Gracias a los dos. A ver, él también es colega, ¿no? O sea, son
Thank you
todos
for the trouble.
coleguillas.
There was no need to... I'll take them. Thank you. And Guoba too.
Bien. Está aprendiendo, estamos en ello. Estamos reformando al niño malote.
Probably tastes and feels a little different from the type Xiao cooks. Please let me know if there's any improvements I should make.
Okay.
That's all. Alrighty, we should head back now. We can't keep Paimon waiting.
No sé cómo de grande es un plato de tofu con almendras, ¿vale? Pero tengo la sensación de que si hemos comido, no es la mejor idea del mundo salir aquí a comerse un plato de tofu con almendras. O sea, suena a que le va a explotar el estómago, pero bueno. Pero yo, ¡pum! ¿Sabes?
You're finally done whispering secrets to each other?
Algo así.
So much for promising Paimon you'll be back soon.
Ay, es que no hay seriedad si está Paimon invitada, así que entiendo a qué viene esto de dejarla dentro. En realidad fuimos rápido, lo que pasa es que tú no tienes noción del tiempo. La verdad es que sí creo que ha sido bastante rápido.
How could you say that to Paimon? In that case, besides having no sense of time, Paimon will let you know what having no sense of fullness looks like. Your dessert is all Paimon's.
Oh, no.
Sorry to keep everyone
He
waiting.
comido tofu. Ignoradísima, como yo con ningún.
No worries. we're all just chatting here. There's no serious business to take care of. Whether we're chatting outside or inside, it's all the same.
Mira cómo Jutao no se preocupa.
Paimon's too busy eating to talk to you.
But even though we're all well acquainted by now, I think this festive gathering deserves something ceremonious.
Oh? Is this some local custom?
Nope.
Ah,
This is something I made up so that good luck will be on our side. That's all.
no tiene por qué estar mal eso, ¿no?
Spontaneity is the best choice to make here. Let's use this incense burner on the table. It's been lit for so long now that the incense is running out. I'll leave refilling and lighting the incense to the most distinguished guest among us all. Lighting the incense will signify continuous growth and prosperity in all our endeavors in the new year.
Si esto lo hubiese dicho antes de decir que era...
Perfect symbolism, as expected.
que se lo había inventado, hubiera quedado mejor, ¿eh?
Speaking of the most distinguished guest here today, I'm sure we all agree that it's Mr. Zhongli. I'm
No
not
señales con el
very
dedo.
familiar with the details of his past deeds, but chatting with him has been a real eye-opener, even for a bard who has traveled all across the world. If knowledge were a form of power, one could even say that you're a wielder of unlimited strength.
But when it comes to having a way with words, the notable bard is certainly one cut above.
Cada
the
uno es
rest.
bueno en lo suyo,
I
supongo.
just happen to have a good memory. It is such an unexceptional skill, yet you made it sound like an unparalleled talent. I am truly impressed. Since we all get to nominate someone,
No, me va a tocar a mí.
I think it's only fair that we let the parlor director light the incense.
Ninguno quiere hacerlo.
That won't do. Don't flatter me just because I'm your boss. We are looking for the most distinguished guest here.
Me va a tocar a
As
mí.
the host, I shouldn't be involved in this discussion at all.
Oh, Xiao, claro, mierda,
Now that
Xiao.
we've enjoyed this table full of delicacies, how about we let our one and only chef here do the honors?
Pero porque nadie quiere hacerlo.
Is this really the way this works? I didn't cook any of these dishes.
It's not a big deal. Just look at her. Xiangling, the disciple of an adeptus.
Me va a tocar a mí.
the
Tiene toda la pinta que me va a
son
tocar. No, espérate, que Xianlin está...
chef's competition.
está cayendo. No sé muy bien por qué esto es tan importante.
Famous one mean restaurant. A good
Qué
old
puto mareo de cena, por cierto.
There's no better choice.
Why does Paimon feel like we're back at square one again?
Joder, ¿no?
You're making me embarrassed. If we're looking for a distinguished guest,
Vale, ahí, vale.
surely the second son of the Feyun Commerce Guild counts.
Me va a tocar a mí o a Xiao, uno de los dos.
Niwa Harbor.
Huh? Don't get me involved in this.
Oh, not a bad choice. With the Commerce Guild's young master lighting the incense, we're all sure to make a huge
¿Qué está pasando?
New Year.
Porque nadie quiere encender el
That's not how it
incienso.
works. Making a fortune is
Es
indeed
puto
a
incienso, ¿qué más da?
but it's of lesser importance than good health and happiness. Which means we should choose Xiao, a skilled exorcist.
Cada uno le pasa el muerto al suyo. Creo que esto es lo único entretenido del evento literal. Yo me lo estoy pasando
Now you're
pipa.
nominating me? I can't be the one when we have the conqueror of demons right here.
Me va a tocar a
Xiao
mí.
has the most seniority among everyone here today. We should...
I refuse. I'm most certainly not the most distinguished guest here.
Lo dirá por Zonkli. No, hermano. Te vas a llevar una sorpresa,
Should
colega.
all be able to make the right judgment based on your observations.
Un momento. No. Sí. Así es, colega. Así es.
One person here is well acquainted with everyone else.
Venga, Paimon, porfa. Que le toque a Paimon.
Oh, that's right.
Ya lo
Even
veía
though
venir.
you're always mocking Paimon, you're still pretty popular with other people.
Ay, me tenía que tocar.
Paimon said she wouldn't talk to you again.
No soy el único que encaja con esa descripción.
Huh? Who else is there?
Se lo vamos a encanquetar a Paimon, qué bonito. ¿Quién va a ser? ¡Tú, Paimon!
Huh?
Es la más rara, sin duda, sí.
Well, that was unexpected.
I agree. Paimon's just the one we need. Without a friend constantly by your side,
Sí,
long journey would become
la excusa que queráis. Que no queréis poneros vosotros a hacer la mierda esta.
someone there to brighten up the atmosphere. Everything along the way will become lively and vibrant too.
Ah,
En verdad Paimon porque somos subtítulos, no. En verdad Paimon porque Paimon.
left behind a great deal of fascinating stories. But without Paimon, they would have become quite monotonous. Paimon plays an indispensable role in making your
Ojalá
journey
no tanta.
and smooth one.
You guys, Paimon's not used to being praised like that.
Que yo entiendo que lo que están haciendo es intentar cargarle el muerto y que se lo tome bien, pero...
Genuine compliments, right?
Pues claro, la mejor compañera del mundo. Sí, 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 por favor.
You made Paimon wait for a long time, but Paimon's not mad anymore.
Es muy triste que se lo esté
Don't
tomando
take
tan en
everything
serio.
to heart, Paimon. Friends tease each other all the time.
That is indeed true.
That means Paimon is as important to the traveler as Guoba is to me.
Looks like we've come to an agreement. Any objections before we proceed?
I trust the traveler's judgment.
Then
Con tal de que no le caiga el muerto a ningún otro.
now, the world's most excellent traveler's greatest companion, guide, and friend, Paimon, will be refilling and lighting the incense for us.
Vale, porque nadie quería hacer esta mierda.
Here you go. Take the match and don't burn yourself. But if things go really wrong, here's the 2-for-1 coupon.
Puedo hacerte un 2 por 1, madre mía. Lo hice por Paimon y por mí. Vamos a morir los dos. Continúen charlando y tomando té tranquilamente hasta anochecer. Ay. Tras haberse deleitado con un té exquisito y una comida suculenta, el banquete llega a su fin y todo se dispone a despedirse. Bueno, pues le han cargado el muerto a Paimon. Yo estoy contento con eso también. Me vale.
It's getting late. I won't take up any more of your time. You're all free to go as you please.
Tanto los platos como los postres estaban para chuparse los dedos. Gracias por invitarnos, directora.
The tea was amazing too.
Yo tomo las opciones de diálogo como que son una
Just
misma.
remember to come when I invite you next
Son
time.
complementarias.
Let's see. It's dark out, so I'm going to accompany Xiangling, Xingqiu, and Changyun back home. As for the rest of the guests, I'll leave them to our consultant.
No need. I'm headed towards the harbor to meet a friend on the ship. There's no need to trouble one such as Mr. Zhongli. I think you know the place I'm talking about. Come meet me anytime.
Me pasaré a verte algún día de estos. Venga.
It was great getting to know you all. Let's meet again when the spring breeze begins to blow.
Bye. Oh, we should write poetry together sometime.
Ay, con los raperos. Venga. Venti rapero la próxima. No creo.
We'll catch you all later then. Don't forget to return to the parlor later. There's something I need you to do.
Understood. See you later.
Adiós a todos. Feliz Navidad.
Well then.
Rex Lapis.
No digas eso en medio de la ciudad.
Will do. I live as a mortal in Liu Harbor now. I am just one among many who begin work at sunrise and retire to rest at sundown. If we were to consider status and seniority as Zhongli, I should be respectfully referring to you as Adeptus Xiao.
Heaven forbid.
¡Adeptus Xiao! Será mejor que dejemos de meternos con él.
Not you too.
I meant what I said.
Oh,
I heard that during the Lantern Rite Music Festival, you conferred with Streetward Rambler and Cloud Retainer. I take it as you've gained a lot more knowledge about the past?
sí,
The
supongo.
same truth will sound different coming from different people. As more bear witness to a story, feelings and interpretations expand in variety too.
A ver, querías que
I
conociésemos el
once had a
pasado, ¿no?
pleasant chat about the past and present with a Sumeru scholar named Soraya, and learned a few things about her research topic. From the evidence
Soraya.
she found and the conclusion she made,
No
her
me suena
area
nada.
of research is already very close to the truth. But there are multiple sides to humans and gods alike. In the legends recorded by humans, some gods were depicted as arrogant and condescending, while others were kind and capable. But whether to me, Streetward Rambler, Cloud Retainer, or younger adepti such as Xiao and Ganyu, those adepti and gods that may seem extraordinary to humans are something more akin to close companions. This was as true back then as it is right now. Just how Xiao may seem unapproachable to most, but the traveler has proved otherwise.
A ver, es un poco inaccesible, eso no se le quita porque yo pueda.
I mean, Zhongli, what you're saying is...
It looks like you understood what I meant.
Yo no lo he entendido, creo, no estoy seguro.
The director asked me to
Igual me he
accompany
distraído.
you on your return, but I don't think you'll need my protection. I'll be taking a walk around and admiring the night scenery. After that, it'll be time for me to go back and meet up with the director. Goodbye for now.
Venga. De nada por los brotes. Y feliz Navidad.
Everyone's gone now. Paimon always feels a little empty inside when a lively celebration ends. But at least you always stay by Paimon's side.
Joder con el foreshadowing.
No. Paimon got it mixed up. Paimon, the best and most distinguished travel guide, will always stay by your side, traveler.
Me temo que seguiré precisando su asistencia en el futuro, distinguida Paimon.
Good that you're aware of that. Xiao, is there anything else you want to do? We could take you on a tour of Liyue Harbor.
No need. I've stayed here for much longer than I had expected. The city lights are a fine sight, but it's time for me to leave.
¿Se va a teletransportar de forma inmediata al terminar esta frase?
I appreciate your kindness.
El sentimiento es mutuo, no tiene por qué agradecernos en cada ocasión.
Okay. I'll see you next time then.
¡Oh! Y se ha teletransportado después de la frase, efectivamente. Vale. Ha estado bien. Un mejor final y ejecución que las otras dos misiones juntas, sinceramente. Yo estoy contento con esto. Me molesta un poco la poca cantidad de gameplay, pero está bien, rollo. No hace falta tener que matar 300 gilichurros cada media hora para que se sepa que estoy jugando un videojuego y no viendo una película, ¿no? Ha estado bien, ha estado bien. Ha sido una grata sorpresa y no sé cómo se le llama cuando algo te decepciona y como que recupera un poquito, pero esa contradecepción, ¿vale? Ha estado bien, ha sido chula. Vamos a parar esto por aquí, ¿vale? Vamos a terminar por aquí. No te muevas. Espero que os haya gustado. Yale. Chao. Xiao, lo pilláis.